carries out a similar role to what we do here in Bermuda. Having worked with the Cahow many decades ago, he really enjoyed seeing them. And at that time, we checked about a dozen nests, and out of that, about 5 birds were back in 5 nests. 3 of them had eggs that were already being incubated, mostly by the males, although there were 2 females waiting for the males, so the males were a little tardy in coming back. And then there were 2 other nests which had males that had returned first and were waiting for the arrival of the female. Usually they're well synchronized, good pairs, good productive pairs, will arrive within 1 to 3 days of each other. And by 11:16 she had produced her egg. Quite often it takes less than an hour from the return of the female to quickly, reorganize the nest and get it to her liking, and then she'll lay the egg, settle down, start pushing, and lay the egg within an hour or less. Last night took a little bit longer, about an hour and 20 minutes. Yeah, coming right out between the lid and that, but I'll let you do that. I'll concentrate on getting her out first. Did so well last night. Looks like another really big egg. This is a beautiful big female Cahow. She's one of the bigger female Cahows in the whole population. This is one of only about 3 pairs I know of where the female is actually as big or even perhaps a tiny bit bigger than the male bird himself. And relax. Boy, there isn't much nest material in there at all. There's some sizable pebbles and rocks which the land crab has uncovered. See, stuff like that. This especially, very sharp little rock. This could easily punch a hole in this if there's not to remove that. Yeah, and it's quite an elongated egg, which is very much the case with this pair. They produce lots, and I'm just going to feel for any other rocks. I'm not going to put a whole pile of it.
There's quite a big one in there for a long time. I think it's one you already got.
Yeah, I think that was it, but because it was close, it looked bigger than it was. The only other one I can see is that one. So, okay. I don't know where to put this one. You got it. There's more nest material in there.
Alright, okay, so,
yeah. Alright. Clock is ticking.
okay. You can have some.
Okay, what do you want?
Pass me the milk.
Okay.
Okay, now.
So you realize she'd have been like about 345 grams when she returned with the egg before she laid it. Which is
Okay, I'm going to now take a quick look at the camera to see what else is going on in there. It might look new. It seems to have been going up in that area there. That's where the camera is, but I don't know. I'm going to feel around in there now to see what's going on.
I'm not going to put it now. There's like leaves and trees getting picked up in front of the camera.
That's the entrance. Keep going up in here with the leaf. Here's the hole here.
Yeah, you got it?
And the hole is here.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it is probably 3,000. Where the hole is above the camera.
Yeah, I see. Yeah, it's actually, it comes right out there.
Yeah.
See?
Alright, so let me get to work. So it's been coming in through here, through this hole here, and down through here.
Yeah.
So he's back in there, and he's starting to be able to get into that.
Yeah.
So give me the troll. The shovel. Oh, it's in the thing.
And the other thing I think of is maybe blocking that with a rock or something, or blocking, his ingress into the nest chamber.
He'll just find another way in and make more of a mess.
Yeah.
I don't know how he's going to get him out. See, there's a big rock here.
Yeah.
Really useful if he would come out and attack me now that I can extract him. Just show up. Up through there, which then comes out here, which goes in there or there.
Yeah.
So let's see what we can do.
Either the male is incubating or even once the chick is...
I mean, it's not going to bother the adult.
No.
I think what we do is we actually give him a clear out here.
Yeah.
Right? And then that way he can maybe just avoid going in the nest cavity.
Yeah, that's right, because there's plenty of stuff for him to eat outside the nest and everything as well as in. So.
Alright, so I'm going to do that. I'm going to...
We've got about 2 more minutes.
Yeah, no, I think that's all we're going to have to do today.
Yeah.
Alright, so we're going to give him an out over here. So he can get out through here.
Yeah.
So hopefully he won't need to get out of the nest.
Yeah.
We'll keep an eye to see if he's actually still around and if we need to physically take over that area. Alright, so he's got his own entrance here. Not that I want to encourage that, but it's better than the alternative at this point.
Exactly.
And you've checked there's no rocks.
There's no rocks, at all. There's just about 3 ones in there.
Okay. So we're going to flatten this area down so we can get a better view in there.
He has a lot more nest material now.
Alright, let me put the kettle back over for a second.
And I put the egg back in.
So we've given up on the excavations today, and Jeremy's going to put the egg back into a very nice nest.
Much improved nest, I think so myself. It's sitting good. Alright. Okay, and then I will put the lid back on and then release her back into the entrance.
Let me take a picture of it really quickly.
Okay.
Photo. Alright. Lid going back on.
Longer than she. Fantastic. So we can just check on the camera and make sure she was out a bit longer than normal. Maybe a bit more raised, so maybe a low altitude it might get on the edge for a minute or two. But normally when you just take it out, do a very quick measurement, look at the edge, radius or whatever, go back on, within 30 seconds of going back in the net. So we'll see how she makes that. But yeah, it looks good. I mean, the egg looks good. It's really, I haven't even handled it because it was just laid hours ago. And so the embryo doesn't normally start to show until about the 4th or 5th day. And even then, it's a tiny little sand dollar, like chicken thing under a light. That might be about 5 or 6 millimeters across. So yeah, so hopefully her mate will arrive back in the next 1 to 3 nights and everything. And then they'll start their habitual fight over who's going to have the nest, because she's so big and she's so heavy. It's almost like she's accumulated fat reserves like a male. And I think that's one of the reasons why she's always most reluctant to hand over the egg to him. He wants to stay with that egg for about a good week. So often what will happen is they'll both just live together in the nest, and they'll just be playing, hopscotch with each other. One will gently push the other one off the egg, go on it, and then the first one will gently take him off the egg and go back on it, and they'll do this for quite some time. I've seen him do it for up to a week before she'll finally say, okay, I'm ready. And if he does keep staying up, then we'll just have to dig up the area and find out where he is when we get him, It is what it is,
Or we bring some quick dry concrete and really seal up.
Seal around, hold on to the camera, and we don't think we will do that. Okay.